Hey there, I'm so glad you're trying Shareful. Shareful is a service designed to help people borrow and lend resources with the communities that they're already part of. We all have a bunch of stuff, most of which we don't use on a daily or even regular basis. The result, we keep buying things that we'll only use occasionally just to have most of our stuff sit around in our living space unused for most of the time. At TeraThought, we believe the best solution to this problem is to tap into existing circles of trust and help people share things with their community members. For all of you, that means the people you already live with in your dorms and apartment buildings. We built this service here on Notion, a powerful content management platform, as the first step towards that mission. Before getting started, there's just a few things you'll need to know. First, you'll want to create an account with your USC email. Because we're all students, this will be completely free. Notion is accessible as a website and has apps for iOS and Android, and even desktop clients for Windows and the Mac, which means you'll be able to access this from all of your devices. Once you're in, see if you see an invitation to join a TeraThought workspace. If you do, fantastic. That means you've already been added to your Shareful community. If not, that means you either haven't been added yet or your community doesn't yet exist in Shareful. You can request either of these with the links on the screen. I am processing emails manually for now, so it might take a little bit for me to add you to the system, but I really appreciate your patience. Once you're in your Shareful community, it should look something like this. There are three main sections. First, the Community Library, a container for all the items within your community. The Community Library tab shows items that others own, while the My Items tab shows items that you own. Items are automatically sorted so that the items that you create are added to your My Items section. Let's try adding an item to the library. After creating a new item, the most important thing to do is hit that template button so that you can add pictures and others can request to borrow your item. The template button is what designates an item as yours, so it's super important to hit it. Feel free to add any pictures, tags, or descriptions to better show off your resource. If you're wondering what kind of things you can add to the community, the answer is, well, almost anything. As long as it's not something super personal like a toothbrush, consumable like food, or something you use on a daily basis, it's fair game. And as the owner, you always have final say on when and to whom your resources are shared. To request to borrow an item, simply select the item from the community library, go to its sharing calendar, and hit the plus button on the day you want to borrow it. You can title this however you want. A good idea is what you intend to use the item for. If you want to borrow for multiple days, you can click and drag afterwards to change and expand the duration. Make sure to put your name down as the borrower as well. Note, just because you request to borrow something or someone requests to borrow your thing doesn't mean it's a locked and loaded deal. The owner of an item always has to hit this checkbox to approve. You can also use the included comment section to chat with the owner about specifics like where and when you want to hand the item off. Next, the sharing calendar. The Borrowing from Others tab is a summary view of all the items from other people that you've requested to borrow, while the Lending to Others tab is a summary of all the requests you've received from others on your various items. You can see whether an item's owner has approved your borrow request and approve borrow requests on your own with a click. Lastly, the wishlist provides a way to add items you need but may not see on the community library yet. You can use the Community Wishlist tab to see what others need and see if you have anything that you can add to the community library accordingly. You can even specify when you need it, and once you get it, check it off your list. It's worth noting that due to Notion restrictions, everybody in your community has edit access to everything. That means your community mates are counting on you to keep your modifications to your items only. And if you accidentally change something, undo is your friend. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to @ me in the comments of your community or shoot me an email at vikram@terathought.com. Thank you so much again for trying Shareful. I can't wait to see how it brings our USC communities closer together. Hello again, props for sticking around for the end scene. TeraThought is a student-powered startup that develops software solutions primarily for mobile apps. I founded the company over 4 years ago, and in the time since, we've published 2 apps to the App Store with tens of thousands of users. The Notion service you just learned about is only the first step in our mission of reducing waste by helping people share their material possessions. Notion is a powerful, general-purpose tool that gets us most of the way there with a tiny fraction of the effort, but, as you've seen, has its limitations. For the past few months, we've been hard at work developing a dedicated software platform that will dramatically improve the user experience, enhance security and privacy, and allow this product to scale well beyond the bubble of our school. This year, TeraThought is moving to USC, and we're building a brand new organization on campus, 100% student-run. Starting with the spring 22 semester, we're actively recruiting. If you're interested in software engineering, UI/UX design, project management, marketing, or startup law, you may be a perfect fit for one of our roles. If you're interested in joining our team and working in a collaborative startup environment with like-minded peers, you can check out our opportunities page here, linked on the screen, or with this QR code, and learn more about our roles. We've tried to make our application as concise as possible, so it should only take a few minutes to complete. I hope to work with many of you soon, and until then, cheers.